What's happening, everybody? It's your man, Lawrence. Welcome back to the platform. I'm here with my father, also Lawrence. And today we thought we would give our insight on Tom Brady deciding to come out of retirement 2 months after going into retirement to play again for his 23rd season.
Not to correct you, my son. What's happening, everybody? 40 days. What's happening? What's happening to the faithful? First of all, because we generally don't speak on other shit, but this is some epic stuff. Unfortunately, yeah. So, 40 days. And before we even get started, let's do something quick. Damn it, if I can find that. Excuse me, pardon me, folks. That wasn't sexy. But all the different memes that have come out about Tom. Like what lasts longer than 40 days? Antonio Brown getting up the field. Let's see. New Year's resolutions. Big Ben running the quarterback draw takes longer than Tom Brady on retirement. Pete Davidson in the bed with Kim Kardashian lasts longer than Tom Brady's retirement. Then it'll be lockout. Shout out to the Dodgers. That's over. And Urban Meyer coaching in the NFL. All these things lasted longer than the 40 days that Tom has decided to stay retired. How you doing, son?
I'm great. I got to say, when I first found out Tom Brady was retiring, I was sad. I was a bit sad to see him go. But
we all were.
Now all of a sudden he's saying he's not done. He's coming back. He's coming back to Tampa. He said he specified which team he was going to, so he will be returning to the Bucs this season. He will not go anywhere else.
He said, "F them kids," is what he said. Yeah, and his wife. They got a real. So I learned earlier about pictures on the thing, but I'm gonna try it. See, sharing pictures from one phone to this camera here. And if you all just see his post, and I'm gonna read it to everybody right now. Tell me if you can see the picture. I know it's pretty blurry. Look at that. Yeah, his kids walking away, his wife, his two sons, his daughter, walking away from their father and their husband. Sad. So Tom made that possible because he says, for these past 2 months, I've realized my place is still in the field and not in the stands. That time will come, but it's not now. I love my teammates. Notice that was first. And I love my supportive family. They make it all possible. Coming back for my 23rd season in Tampa. Unfinished business, all caps, LFG.
So to all the faithful who thought Tom was coming to San Fran, he's not. He's staying right there in Tampa and they're not getting another ring, actually.
And so I want to know something. What's the unfinished business? Because you want to,
he has a ring already.
The first season, the first time you stepped on the floor, you won a ring the first day.
He has no unfinished business there. I don't know
what it is.
What it is.
I know what it is, son.
He just wants to play until he's 50.
That because he's an attention whore. Yeah, that's all it is. Tom Brady is one of the biggest male attention whores in all of sports, and
right beside Aaron Rodgers.
Right beside Aaron, they are the two biggest attention whores in the NFL. And surprisingly, they're two of the better quarterbacks, higher paid quarterbacks in the league. Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is the highest paid player ever after he got that contract?
Ever. Any type of position at any time. Another really, really high player, by the way, just a side note, folks, is LeBron James of the Los Angeles Lakers. They're getting waxed right now by 23 at halftime.
I just saw it.
Yeah. Phoenix has 79 points at the half. So anyway, you got something to say about that, son?
Is LeBron playing?
Yes, of course he is, son.
What goes on? He drops 50 and then goes out or has a stinker, comes back, drops another 50.
Mm-hmm.
What is going on? He dropped 56 against the Warriors.
He's trying to win a scoring title. So he plays one game really, really good and then take a game off They play another game really, really good. And they think, he's refreshed. I don't know what he's doing in this game right now. Except I saw him walk off the court looking pretty dejected. So, but back to Tampa Bay and Tom Brady. He's coming back. So first of all, for our faithful, let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go. Number 5's the guy, and we're alive. So just deal with it. Jump on the train. You still have time. Because once the preseason starts, fuck you. Excuse my language. If you weren't on the train, Tom's not coming to our team. He may have wanted that, but as my son specified, he specified specifically that he's going back to Tampa. So it's going to be his 23rd season, son. 23rd season, as you said. That's really, to me, that it's kind of silly, to be honest with you. But I think, as you said, he's 45. He's going to be 46 by the end of the season. Do you think he can make it to 50? Do you think that's his intention?
I think that is his intention, because if he was just going to come back for a year, and I don't think he would come back for a year, come out of retirement to come back for just 1 year, because he already won a Super Bowl with his team. So I think he has another goal in mind, and that's probably to play until he's 50.
Why?
He already has the most Super Bowls of any player.
Yeah, what's the business?
Here he won a Super Bowl with the team, so that has to be his next goal. 50 years old.
But see, he puts out there, I love my team, holding nuts, I love the locker room, blah 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 blah. Coming back, guys, Tampa, woo, unfinished LFG. But what's the business? Personal business, not team business, because he's already won Super Bowl there. I wanted to get light skinned Mike a second title. Is that what it is?
Yeah,
I mean,
what is his goal?
What is the reason for coming? He said he has unfinished business, and I think that's the question we are. Because you know what the business. So I'm gonna be, before I read this statement from the Bucs, I'm gonna play the devil's advocate, son. Even though neither one of us want it, I think that there's very well a chance that son of a bitch is trying to work his way to California, to Santa Clara, to the San Francisco 49ers. Now, I could be wrong, and I hope that I am. But there's just too much information out there about how badly he wants to play there. I bet he's always wanted to play there. I don't think it would be a good fit. I don't even know if it's really happening, but what do you think? You think there's no chance? No.
I hope there's no chance. We took this guy third. We're trying to win a Super Bowl right now. I don't think we need Tom Brady to win the Super Bowl. And although Tom Brady, I know he's not the one to ask for a lot of money, but we just don't need him. We took this guy to have him sit another year. I mean, it would be great for him to learn behind Tom Brady.
For a year, right.
But he's ready. He doesn't need it. I think he's ready.
I think he's ready too. And really, if he does force his way here, we ain't taking him at 47 or next year. Yeah, fuck that shit. All right, so if he's trying to get to us, why? For just 1 year? What if you don't win a Super Bowl? Why? It's not 100% guaranteed that anybody is. We know that. Even though we are winning the Super Bowl, quest for 6 ends. None gang or don't bang. Okay? Quest for 6 ends this year. But what if it doesn't? Just by the minute chance. Because that old guy is back there and he can't move. All right, so let's read a statement from the Bucs. Statement from General Manager Jason Licht. We are thrilled that Tom has decided to come back this season. We said we will leave all options open for him should he reconsider his retirement. They did say that. And today's announcement is something we have been preparing for in recent days. It only took 40 of them. I mean, shit. Bruce and I have had plenty of conversations. That would be Bruce Arians, the head coach of the Buccaneers, with Tom recently that led us to believe there was a realistic chance he would want to come back. Tom is the greatest quarterback of all time who is still playing at an elite level. With this decision now made, we will continue to move forward with our offseason plans to reload this roster for another championship run. All right, statement from head coach Bruce Arians. Tom Brady loves to play football as much as anyone I have ever been around. He hasn't been around this family. But as Tom said, his place right now is on the football field. He is still playing at a championship level, and was as productive as anyone in the league last season. We are ecstatic that he has decided to continue playing and working toward winning another championship. Skip Bayless, as some of you may or may not be familiar with, immediately tweeted out, Patrick Edwards Thomas Brady, the second team or whatever the fuck, is coming back for his 23rd season, and why wouldn't he? He should have been the MVP last year. You think that's true? You think he should have won the MVP over Aaron?
Did he had what did he lead in? What category did he lead in? Was it
I want
yards?
to say yards and touchdowns. I want to say, but Aaron might have led in touchdowns, but he led at least in the yards. I think he did have another 5,000 yard season. He's 45.
Oh yeah, I remember he had a crazy amount of yards to just even start the season. He was average to have like 60 something touchdowns,
Yeah, it was
and like the first couple of weeks because he was throwing 5 touchdowns a game or something.
Games like that, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I don't remember what Aaron Rodgers did this season.
Yes. Yeah.
So
he lost to us.
Other than that, I don't know what he did. Aaron Rodgers made a big deal, had the whole COVID thing. I don't know what he did really on the field other than lose in the NFC divisional game.
There you go, son. I don't really know much more that he did either other than garner attention for himself. And in a lot of cases, while it is, stat driven or you're a good player and all that shit, it's a popularity contest. And he may not be the most popular person in the league. He may be one of the, if not the most, just as much time, well known. And as they say in the world and in media, controversy creates cash, right? So controversy creates the attention, and there's no such thing as bad publicity, they say, right? So even though he got inseminated or impregnated or whatever word he used instead of vaccinated, all that shit made a difference, I think, in just how the world looked at him. And him winning that award, I think he probably should have went to Tom Brady.
Aaron Rodgers made a whole big deal about if he was going to be switching teams right when he lost. He said he was going to come out to Indy to do interviews, to say where he was going to go. He was going to make his decision,
right,
just to end up making him pay him all that money for 4 more years.
He's old as shit. He thinks he's Tom Brady, or he wants to show like 4 more years of him. What about, oh boy, Jameis Love or Tavon Love?
Jordan Love, I think his career is over before it even starts. I think his career is done. He's going to have to go to a new team. Yeah, nobody's really talking about Jordan Love. All this quarterback controversy, you got Jimmy Garoppolo, Deshaun Watson. Nobody's talking about Jordan Love because Jordan Love is not going to sit behind Aaron Rodgers for 6 years.
Exactly, son. He's not going to sit behind Aaron Rodgers for 6 years. He's going to be traded. I don't know what he's going to get traded for, probably, but he's probably almost 100% assuredly to be traded, if not this season, then after the end of this season. Because, Aaron even sat behind Brett Favre for 3 years. So, but with the quarterback controversies, with QB1s, QB2s, we know who our QB1s are going to be, Niners. But the Bucs now, they don't got to worry about it being some free agent, some rookie, or who they got?
Well, Jimmy G. They don't have to worry about it being Jimmy G.
Yeah, have to worry about it being Jimmy G. Yeah, you guys want? Well, folks, like I said, devil's advocate. You just may. You You never know. But who's that rookie that they had from this year? God damn it.
Kyle Trask. Kyle Trask was expected to go extra high, and then he had that horrible game in that bowl game he played, and he just dropped. I think he still went first round, though.
He was a first rounder. Did he get drafted the year that they brought Tom in? I can't remember the order that
he got drafted last season.
Also, the year after Tom won the Super Bowl, and they drafted him in the first round.
And yep, they drafted him in the first round.
Yeah, I think that they did. At the end, you're right. They try to make it like it's a second round pick. But they can also say, Tom's not gonna be there forever. They can develop him, whatever. Yeah, but that's usually just happened to face the quarterback. Well, that's what happened to Aaron Rodgers. They drafted Jordan Love in the first round, I believe, right? Yeah, and then he was pretty pissed. That was coming up in MVP season, I think. No, it wasn't. He won it the year that they drafted him. Whatever. But yeah, Kyle Trask won't be getting to see the field this year. I'm sure Tampa Bay fans are happy about that.
And I'm sure Packer fans are also happy Jordan Love won't be seeing the field.
I would hope so. I would assume so. And if we could just find out that for surely Jimmy Garoppolo won't even be seeing our building.
I'm just waiting.
This is a road game. It's coming. If there's just too much shit going on, son, you got Deshaun.
It's gonna happen.
There's a debate on whether Mitchell Trubisky or Jimmy Garoppolo should come off the trade block board first. And now Tom just went to Tampa. So this is going to make some dominoes fall.
Our team is slow with everything they do. They take their time with everything. Like with them moving up, they didn't move up to what, draft day or the day before. They do everything so slowly, and I don't think Jimmy might be here until April.
Yeah, he could be here till April. But see, they gotta get under the cap too. All teams have to be under the cap. Now, I believe we're $9 million over right now, $8 to $9 million over. But that's got to be under the cap. Lakers are only down by 21, folks. For they're going to be under the cap by this coming Wednesday, 10 a.m. our time, son. So that's going to mean restructuring contracts. We need to look down. They have to be under the cap. Yeah, they got to lose $8 million in the next 3 days. They got to cut $8 million off the books in the next 3 days. That could be
Jimmy leave in 3 days.
Yeah, he could be gone in the next 3 days. They could restructure his. That's the one thing we don't want to hear. None of that. If they restructure his deal, it's not going to be to trade him later. It's going to be to keep him on the team. So, and we don't want that. I'm gonna be heartbroken. So they can restructure his deal. They can, cut some people. They can. We might be doing a video on that, folks. Look out for that too. Over the next 2 days, I think I want to do a video on the options that we have for the 49ers. Get off Tom Brady and Aaron. Options that we have to get under the cap, including getting Jimmy out of here in the next 3 days. But we got to lose $8 million. So that's getting rid of D Ford or getting rid of Eric Armstead or restructuring some contracts. We have to get under $8 million by Wednesday. All teams have to be under the salary cap, and that's all we need. So we got rid of those 3 players, D Ford, Jimmy Garoppolo. Just cut them if necessary. And Eric Armstead, we get that's $42 million I read today that we would get in cap space and put us at $33 million for the offseason, give us some money to actually use. So we'll see.
Go sign J.C. Jackson or something.
Exactly. We use some of that money to sign, J.C. Jackson.
Because that is our weak spot, corner. Yeah. I don't know if Jason Verrett's coming back, but our weak spot is corner. And Jason Verrett is injury prone.
And getting older. Getting like your father. Getting long in the tooth. So, well, folks, thanks for watching the video. Absolutely. We want to come on quickly, try to get some news out about Tom Brady. This breaking news. Not really breaking out because it's been basically taking the world over for the last 6 hours. But again, Tom waited till late Sunday night, the same day that they're choosing the brackets for NCAA college basketball. This is a football family. The NCAA college basketball, they're picking the brackets right now for the tournament. And Tom Brady's trying to come, as they say, bust your bracket up, take all that news out, and make it all about him. Any final thoughts, son?
No. That's all. Let's go Niners. Let's see what happens in the next 3 days.
Absolutely. Let's see what happens over the next 3 days. It's going to be probably a lot of moving.
Crazy.
The offseason has been wild. Offseason has been wild in the mother.
Free agency hasn't even started yet.
Free agency hasn't started. The draft is still over a month away.
Yeah.
Over a month away. Not even like 4 weeks. The draft's still over a month away. Free agency hasn't started, like you said. It's going to get crazy. And, folks, we're going to be here to cover it all. So, like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you did enjoy it. We definitely appreciate you. It's not easy to talk on these videos, folks. Give it a try sometimes. But look at my damn son. 17 and almost as good as me. Almost. It takes some effort though. Son, love you. Folks, again, subscribe to the channel, like the video. Thank you. Be safe.
Be safe.